Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, I am Mercedes and this is the Frugal Life with Mercedes. Today I'm going to show you guys a really easy, amazing crockpot recipe. So I was cruising through YouTube and a Olive Garden recipe came up on my feed, and the video was literally less than 2 minutes. So my video is going to be even longer than the original. So basically, it's just a couple of ingredients that you put in a crock pot, and then you later boil noodles, or I think that rice would be really good with it, or my parents do keto, so they ate theirs over broccoli, but I think it would be really good with, a whole variety of things, or the zucchini noodles, different things like that. I think even just regular noodles, like an Asian noodle would be really good too. And so I decided to make it. And for those of you, if you are new to my channel or if you've been watching me for a while, I am doing the No Spend September, and it might go into October. I haven't decided yet. I have to see how the month goes. And I'm also doing a freezer pantry challenge. So I am trying to use up some stuff that I have. I live with my parents, but there is 8 of us. So my parents and my brothers and sisters. So it's me and my 2 youngest siblings that live at the house with my parents. I have 2 special needs brothers, and they live down the road in their own house with one of my other sisters. And so they eat about 90% of their meals here with us. And then my other sister and her husband and their baby live down the road the other way. And they eat with us occasionally, but there is usually at least 8 of us at dinner, if not more. Like my boyfriend and his daughter come over, different things like that. So sometimes there are more than that. So this meal went a really far way, and everyone really liked it. One of my brothers is really particular about what he eats, and so we knew that he would not eat it. And my other brother does not like Italian dressing, and there's a lot of Italian dressing in this. So other than the 2 of them, everybody really liked it. So it was my parents and my sisters and my other little brother and my boyfriend over and me, and we all ate it, and we had leftovers. So I made really large quantity of this because there was going to be feeding a lot of us, and then also I like there to be leftovers. So just modify it to what you like. You could also mix it all together and then only cook half of it and freeze the other half. I think it'd make a really good freezer meal. So the ingredients and the directions will be in the description box below. Okay, so this is the ingredients to make the Olive Garden creamy chicken in the crock pot. So in here I've got a bunch of chicken. You have to remember that this is going to feed 8 people, hopefully with some leftovers. So I've got the chicken in there. It's just boneless, skinless chicken breast. And then we're going to use some cream cheese and then grated Parmesan and some Italian. Now the recipe I saw online had 2 chicken breasts, and they used an entire bottle of Olive Garden creamy Italian. But I did read in the comments that it was way too vinegary. But this is a lot of chicken, so I am going to use this entire bottle. And it was a block of cream cheese, and this is a huge block of cream cheese, so I'll probably use about half of this, and then probably all of this Parmesan cheese as well. And then you cook it on high for 4 hours. So I'm going to go ahead and add the other ingredients, and then I'll show you guys what that looks like after that. Here's the crock pot with all the ingredients. As you can see, I cut up the block of cream cheese so that it would be smaller. And then I've got the Parmesan cheese and the Italian dressing, and this is going to cook on high. I'm going to check it in probably 3 or 4 hours and see where we're at. And then after that, you boil the noodles that you want to have with it, and you can either mix it together or you could do it separately. We'll probably end up doing it separately just because there's not going to be a lot of room in the crock pot after this is all cooked. So I'm going to go ahead and get the lid on, and I will be back to check on it in a few hours. So my chicken's been cooking for about 2 hours. And I just checked on it. I gave it a good stir. I did add garlic and crushed rosemary, but that's just a personal preference. Those are the seasonings that I like. It smells really good. I wish you guys could smell it. The chicken's about halfway done. I'm going to let it cook for about another 2 hours and then check on it again. And then I'm going to boil up some noodles. I'm not really sure if I'm going to do elbow pasta or what. Like I said, a bunch of us are going to be eating this. So after it's done cooking, then we're going to shred up the meat and then we will mix it with whatever noodles that we choose. I also think that rice would be really good with this. Or I also think I'm going to cook up some broccoli. I think it would be really tasty with some broccoli on top, depending upon what you like. And I think this would also be a really good baked dish too to put in the oven. So maybe I'll try that another time too. Okay guys, so it's been about 2 more hours of this cooking on high and the chicken is completely done. My family is not ready to eat yet, so I put it on warm. Also, the chicken is supposed to just fall apart, and it is a little bit, but not too much. So I'm going to keep this on warm for about an hour because it's a Saturday. We're doing some stuff around the house. So then this is all ready to go whenever we're ready to eat, and all we have to do is boil up the pasta. So I've got it on low, well, on warm, and then I'll try to tear apart the chicken a little bit more, but the big pieces of chicken is going to be fine too. And I believe we are going to have this with some sort of pasta and probably some broccoli as well. So I will show you guys that all when it is all done. Here is the finished product. We did some elbow macaroni and some broccoli, as I said, and it is really, really tasty and everyone seems to really like it. So I definitely want to try this recipe again. I want to use it as a freezer meal too, like in a Ziploc bag. I think that it would be a really easy freezer meal as well. So yeah, it turned out really good. Okay guys, so that was a really easy crock pot meal. I definitely want to make this again. And as a lot of you guys know, I volunteer at a community dinner. I actually run the community dinner, and I think that that would be a really big hit with the people that come there. And my sister is actually going to have a baby, another baby. She has a 2-year-old, but she is due early next year. And with her first baby, I was really trying to encourage her to do freezer meals, but she didn't. And then she was kind of like, I should have. So now that she's got the 2, she's going to have the second one. Her and I are planning to do a freezer meal day so she can stock her freezer. She's actually getting a chest freezer as a gift from her in-laws. And my sister's not big into freezer meals and all that, so it's really out of her comfort zone, so I'm going to help her with that. But I think that this meal would be really good because her husband's a teacher and she'll be at home with the 2 little ones, you know, breastfeeding and all that kind of stuff. So I think having the freezer meals and just being able to put something in the crock pot would be really great. So this would be a great option for people. You know, put it in a Ziploc bag, put it in the freezer. And yeah, it goes a long way. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this meal. And just a reminder, again, this is not my original recipe. I found it on YouTube and it is an Olive Garden original recipe. And the Italian dressing that it called for was the Olive Garden Italian, but we did not have that. And since we are doing a pantry freezer challenge, we were not going to go to the store. So all these items we already had on hand. So it's items that a lot of people would already have on hand. I also think it would be really good with ranch packets instead of Italian dressing. So I think I'm going to make it like that next time, maybe a little bit of a variation. So yeah, so let me know if any of you guys try this recipe and what you think. Please consider subscribing to my channel. And until next time, guys, bye.